Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales. Thank you for joining me. I'm making this video right now to talk to my family, who I know is watching illegally into my home, and I know that you're seeing all these videos probably before I even post them to YouTube because you're also viewing my devices illegally. This is the family, everyone, that has stolen an inheritance from me and taken bribes from the justice system to have me abused to death. They provided the justice system with all the information that they needed to put me through extreme trauma and abuse. Right now, family, I'm being put through horrific abuse, which I'm sure you know because you're viewing it in my home illegally. I'm being put through horrific suffering, inhumane abuse. How's your day going? How's the air in your home, family? Are you breathing clean air? Do you have people to talk to? I've been purposely isolated by my family, everyone. Purposely isolated. Purposely isolated, slandered, left for dead. For two reasons. One reason, they stole an inheritance. Second reason, they took bribes from the justice system to be a part of a justice system cover-up, to have me abused to death. And they didn't want me to have that inheritance because they didn't want the true matriarch of the family, the true role model of the family, who was the only one who'd stand up against the abusive men in my family. They didn't want me to have any power. They didn't want me to have any independence because that would mean the abusive men in the family wouldn't have control over me. That's the main reason. So family, are you comfortable in your home? Have you got cameras in your home? Do you have cameras in your home watching your every move? Is your privacy being abused like mine? I know you're watching this before I even upload it to YouTube. You're abusing my privacy too. You've taken my human rights away, family. You took my free will away. You took my free will away. You slandered me to keep people away from me. And now I'm being horrifically abused in my home while you sit back and watch. You need to give me back what you stole immediately. I don't care how you do it, but you need to give back my inheritance so that I can get to safety. Because I'm not going to die, family. It's not going to be that easy for you. It's not. I'm not going to pass away, and I know you're sitting there just waiting for that to happen, like you have been for the past 19 months, watching me go through this inhumane treatment. And not only that, you stole an inheritance that should have been mine years ago, probably up to 10 years ago. And then there's probably even more prior to that you stole and I didn't know about. So I've struggled and I've battled, and you watched me go through homelessness as I left domestic violence. You watched me go through that, and as I went through that, you were putting me through more psychological abuse, and you were also spending my inheritance while I struggled and slept on a fold-up bed, had nothing to my name except a couple of dressing tables and what I could fit in my car when I left domestic violence, while you all sat back and spent money on big ticket items, holidays overseas, and treated me like I was a slave in your house, like I was a peasant. That's how I got treated. And that was my family's perfect opportunity to create this illusion to extended family members, friends, and everyone else involved in this, that I was somehow a no-hoper or a drug addict or a drunk or whatever else they said about me, a bad mother. It gave them the perfect opportunity because I had left domestic violence and I did have to rely on my family while I struggled every day, and I'd done my best every single day to find work and to become independent. I never once sponged anything off my family. And I never asked them for nothing except that shelter. That's it. And I was treated like a peasant the whole time. And yeah, they were spending my inheritance right under my nose while I struggled. While they created this illusion to extended family members and friends that I was a no-hoper because I had left domestic violence. What the truth actually was that they were wishing I had stayed in that situation because it's created a spanner in their works when I left domestic violence and I come back and they were spending my inheritance. That created a problem for them. They then had to try and make me look like I'd done something wrong when they're actually a bunch of thieves. Then when I've become independent and I started doing well for myself, they deliberately isolated me, and then they've done everything that they possibly could to try and make me homeless, to try and destroy my life, to try and make me go running back to that abusive partner, which is never going to happen, ever. But that's what they've done. They've tried to destroy my life, and now they've sat back and watched me go through this horrific abuse. I'm being treated. I don't think I've ever seen a human being treated as bad as this. What I've been treated like, to be honest, apart from people that have suffered in war crimes and things like that. I haven't seen anything like this before in my life, and I'm experiencing this, but it's okay for you, isn't it, family? It's okay for you sitting back in your comfortable homes with your 4 cars in your driveway, your holiday van, your yearly holidays overseas, all your little luxuries in your comfortable homes and clean air, safe from abuse, safe from abusive men that stalk your home like I have to put up with, safe from 2 mental cases tampering with your air in your home. I don't think you could even imagine what that's like, could you? Because you've never had to struggle. You've always stolen to get to where you are. And I'm talking about my immediate family, the people that brought me up. I want back what you stole. I want back what you stole from me and my grandchildren, because I want that money so I can get to safety. It belongs to me. I've had to suffer through years and years of abuse and hardship because of you and your greed. I need to get to safety. I want my inheritance back. It belongs to me and it belongs to my grandkids. It doesn't belong to you. You stole it on false pretenses. You lied. You lied. You created lies around my character. You destroyed my reputation. You need to give that back to me immediately so that I can use that money wisely and so that it's safe for my grandkids' future, because it doesn't belong to you. That is my legacy. And people like you, greedy people like you just splurge it all on yourself, on keeping up with the Joneses and your holidays. And you greed. Give my inheritance back so I can get to safety. It's not yours. You stole it. And how you can do that against someone that's passed away and their wishes, that's another, that's a terrible thing to do too, to steal from somebody that's passed away like that and go against their wishes and then lie about it to do it. You've created a curse for yourself. That's what you've done. How you can live your lives and watch me suffer like this. And I have every right to get on here and talk about this because there's no police to help me. You've worked with the justice system, family. You've sold pieces of my soul. You've pillaged on my life, my entire life. You've stolen everything that you possibly could. It's like these people have stolen everything. They've pillaged everything that they possibly could from my life, and then they've just pretended I was dead. So it's like they're like people that rob from family members before they're even dead, and then they just purposely isolate them and desert them and leave them for dead. That is exactly what's happened here. That is the truth. That's what this family has done, and they should be held accountable for that. Like that's murder. That's attempted murder. It's spiritual abuse. It's spiritual abuse. It's abusing someone emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. That's what it is, without having to actually physically abuse them. But you see, I am being physically abused. I am, because I'm being put through severe, horrific, inhumane abuse that I don't know if I'll ever heal from. It's so bad. But you're comfortable, right? You're okay. You're okay. As long as you're okay, you need to give back what you stole immediately. And yeah, as I said, I've got every right to talk about this because there's no law here. I can't go to the law. You've stolen my life. You've stolen my legacy, and I'm in danger. My air's being poisoned in my home. I've got people trying to force my death because of you, family, because of you teaming up with abusive cops that have harmed me, abusive cops that have one of them has committed evil crimes against women, very evil crimes. And you've supported that person. You've also worked with other members of the justice system that are in my family and cops that are connected to our family. And then you've just pretended I didn't exist, like I'm already dead. So I have every right to get on my channel and fight for my life and what belongs to me, because this is my legacy we're talking about. This is my life. My life is important. My life matters. It does. And so does my relationship with my grandkids. And you're going to give that money back to us. And you need to do it as soon as possible so that I can get to safety. How you can sit there and watch me go through this, I do not know. And you will be held accountable. You will. You will. Because this is attempted murder. You're all responsible for that. It is attempted murder and it's a group effort. That's what it is. And this needs to be stopped now so that my grandchildren never have to go through anything like this from family members. That's why it needs to be stopped. So yeah, this video is especially for you, family, okay? So I want what you stole back as soon as possible so I can get to safety and get away from this abuse. And no, I'm not going to die before that. And no, I'm not going to go running back to any abuser, okay? The women in your family, what used to be my family, you support abusive men. I don't. So please give what belongs to me back. It's not yours. It's not yours. Thank you for listening.